Hello! Welcome to OJ Studios. Please enjoy this week's chapter of what I did during spring break. Chapter 6, First Time in Public. We all walked back to Steven's car, now completely different than when we were here earlier. We were now the Smith family. I went from being Luke Reed to being Lexi Smith, the daughter of Steven Smith and the sister to my new older brother Justin Smith and my younger sister Abby Smith. I must admit, getting used to my new pronouns and my new role as a girl was going to take a lot of getting used to. I kept looking around me shyly, wondering if anyone was watching me and if anyone knew that I was not really a girl. I knew this was senseless since this project was not officially known yet, and if you look at me there is no way you can see me as Luke. "Stop looking around, you're fine," Abby said while holding onto Steven's head while she rode him on his shoulders. "Sorry," I said, still looking behind me. "Don't worry Lexi, I'll protect you," Justin said, pulling up his sleeve and flexing his arm showing no muscles. That made me do a girly giggle. "You need to bulk up first," I kidded, hitting him on the side. We both shared a laugh which made Steven and Abby both laugh. We got to the car and Steven unlocked the car door. "Justin, you're the oldest so you get the front," Steven said. "I'm your girlfriend, why can't I sit in the front?" Abby asked, almost choking Steven. Steven took Abby from his shoulders and placed her on the ground. "Because you're my daughter and you need to be in your big girl seat," Steven said, opening the back seat. I watched as Abby's eyes went wide. "No way you're putting me in a car seat!" she screamed. I looked inside and saw a black high-back booster seat with pink flowery patterned padding sitting in one of the seats. "Abby, it's not a car seat, it's a booster seat, and you have no choice until you become a 25-year-old. Abby crossed her arms in protest. "Abby, if you use it, I'll let you pick out what I wear tomorrow," I said, instantly regretting what I said once Abby's eyes lit up. Abby went inside the car and obediently sat in the booster seat and allowing Steven to buckle her. "You're going to regret that," Steven said once he shut the door. "Already do," I moaned, going around to the other side of the car and sat down, buckling my seat belt. Dash! Steven drove to the mall just south of Northfield. The whole way there I was trying to psych myself up for what was going to happen to me. To be honest, I was scared about going out in public wearing these clothes. I kept reminding myself that no one here sees Luke, to them I am just Lexi. We got out of the car and walked into the mall, blending into the crowd. I held onto Abby's hand and Steven held her other hand. "This is so weird," Abby said, looking around at all the people who were taller than her. "Yeah," I agreed, doing the same. I looked around at the different stores. Now that I was in a girl's perspective, I saw every store as a store I could go into and find cute clothes for me. "Okay, let us do this. Justin and I will find some clothes for Justin. Lexi, how about if you take Abby to the kiddie place over there and hang out?" he said, pointing over to an almost deserted indoor playground made for kids Abby's age. "Okay," I said, shrugging, and looked over to where Abby was, but she had already gone running to the play equipment. "Come on Lexi!" she yelled out before going under the roped-in area and running up to a slide that looked like a tomato. I looked back over at Steven and shook my head. "That girl is fast," I said before turning around and running to the kiddie place. There was no one around, so I jumped over the rope fence and helped Abby get up on the side and watched her slide down. "I forgot how fun this is," Abby said, getting up from the bottom of the slide. "How are you this hyper?" I asked. Abby just shrugged before going up the tomato slide stairs again. "I think you just got to let your old self go and just go with the flow," Abby said before sliding down the slide again. "What do you mean?" I asked. "You're too focused on being a boy in a girl's body. I think it is weighing you down. Try instead to be a girl in a little girl's body and just go with it." I thought about what she said but did not understand. "Here, try this," she said. She then hit me on the arm. "Tag, you're it," she said before running. I could not let her get away with it, I needed to chase her down and tag her back. So, I took off and ran to tag her. She was faster than me, but I had longer legs and I easily caught up with her, but in the last minute Abby changed directions and got away from my reach. I skidded to a stop and turned around to chase her again. At that moment I forgot everything but the fact that I needed to catch my little sister. I could not let her win after all. It took an hour for Steven and Justin to find everything they needed. By that time Abby and I were sat down at a picnic table that was shaped like a bunch of rocks. Abby was showing me how to do the hand motions for patty cake. Somehow during that time I let go of the fact that I was a boy and just had fun. "Your turn, girls!" Steven said, handing some bags off to Justin. "Okay, Daddy!" both Abby and I said in unison before we looked at each other and giggled.